Hey, what's up, guys? This is Celestial Gun. I know it's been a really long time since I've even streamed and stuff, so you know what? I figured I'd make a video for you guys to be able to start live streaming for your own. Anyway, so basically, most of you guys know me. I have about 500 followers at the moment. Most of you guys know me from streaming Battlefield 3, playing Battlefield 3, Gears of War, Halo, and sometimes even Sonic Adventure and Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. Well, tell you what if I were to tell you how to get my exact quality settings exactly rigged up so you got a non-blur stream in 720p or 1080p if your computer can handle it? That's what we're going to do today. So check this out. The program I used to stream, and you've probably heard it a jillion times, is XSplit Broadcaster. You should be able to see everything right here. Yay, that's my gamer picture. Oh, hey. Alright. Okay, so yeah, anyway. I stream at 1280 by 720. I can go up to 1080p, as you can see right here, but I prefer to stream at 1280 by 720. 1280 by 720 is like what everybody likes to stream at nowadays, and there's no point to go over it because of the fact that basically Xbox 360, I don't care what you say, just listen to me on this one. Basically, the fact is that the Xbox 360 is outdated now, and it only plays at 720p. Even if you were to pick 1080p, it's just going to buff it to 1080p, so it's basically 720p but stretched. So the whole point is I could do 1080p. There's no point to. You really need to do 720p. Now, the whole point is that some of these new broadcasters, new people, if you're just starting to stream, you have a computer, you're probably like, oh, I have a Dazzle, I could probably get this quality. No, Dazzle quality is not going to get you views. It could get you views if you know someone else that streams that has HD quality or is very well known. Or basically, you can get known by streaming if you're really good at a game. For example, Halo 3, a bunch of pros stream. That's why Ninja has like 300 views all the time. Okay? But basically, the capture card that I use is something called the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. Now, it probably sounds racist as hell, but damn, this card is the best card on the market at the moment, and it still has been. The AverMedia HD still came out about a month ago, and that card is not living up to its potential. It does bring the CPU usage down, but it is not as good as the freaking Blackmagic Intensity Pro, I swear. This card is one of the best cards on the market, especially the 1080p version. So, basically, what you want to do, now that I'll go into depth, I'm going to try to explain this to you as easy as I can. If you're going to try to stream and you have a Pentium core, a Celeron, or any type of AMD core processor, you will not be able to stream 720p. Okay? You will have to stream either 360p, which looks really small. It's about the size of the Twitch window when you live stream on Twitch, not in full screen. Or you will have to stream in 480p if you can get that far. That depends on how good that processor is, if it's very fast. To stream, I recommend a dual core. You do not need a quad core to stream anything on the Xbox as long as you have a capture card. With a dual core, you should be able to go up to 720p, and dependent on how fast it is. For example, if you have 2 gigahertz, you might only be able to do a frame rate of 20. But if you have a good processor, like that's, 5 gigahertz, that's a little bit pushing out, it's overclocked, gaming computer, or if you have like at least 3 to 4 gigahertz, that would push you up to 25, maybe 30. Now, using a quad-core processor, such as an i7 is 4 cores, okay, and 3 Vertex processors, you will run shit all day and have no problems. I can't recommend using a dual core, but you do not necessarily need a quad core. Okay, that's the first thing. Second, the most vital part about streaming is your internet connection. You need at least a megabyte upload to stream in 360p. When you have, I don't know everybody's internet connection, so the truth is you guys need to look it up for yourself. Go to Google through your internet browser, type speedtest.net, And remember to check your speed here on speedtest.net. Now, I don't really use speedtest.net. I use a speed test that's through my internet company called Time Warner Cable. Now, since I've just recently moved to my new household, my upload speed is very fast, but still not as best as it used to be. It used to be around 30 to 35 megabytes down and around 10 megabytes up. Now it's around 3 megabytes up, but I still have the same download speed. So I'll show you a speed test from my angle of what it looks like when I stream. So you guys get the drift that you do not need the best thing in the world to stream at HD. I have 30.62 download, and usually that's higher. That's usually up to about 5, but that's okay. And I have about 2.83 upload at the moment. Okay, so now, get the drift. 2.80 megabytes upload is equal to 2,830 kilobytes. That is exactly what the settings are under the General tab when you click Edit. Right here under VBV max bitrate is the upload speed that you stream at. The buffer is what you can allow it to go to without making yourself lag. That's very helpful. Nobody really ever told me what buffer does, but that is exactly what it does. I'm telling you now. Do not copy these settings, because we're going to do a brand new settings. Do brand new settings. I should have said that easier, different way, whatever. First of all, you type in your username and your password for Twitch. If you use a different streaming service, it might be different. Doesn't really matter. You click channel, it's going to pop up your channel. That's about it. You're good to go. Now, you got to set up your settings perfectly so it works, okay? First of all, click location. This is the #1 thing that I see a bunch of people do, and it causes a bunch of lag. Now, I don't know why, but no matter where I stream to, sometimes most of the services that, host these streaming servers, they lag really bad. For example, if you live in Europe, you want to stream to Europe. But if you want to stream to the United States, you stream to the United States. Okay? It doesn't matter what server you pick, both of them are cross-platform, meaning that you can stream in the United States servers, it's going to pop up in Europe. If you stream in Europe, it's going to pop up, in the United States. That's the way it works. But there is problems. Okay? So for example, since I live in Maine at the moment, where I want to stream to, everybody would go through and go, which one's closest to Maine? Because I'm the very, very far northeast state. People would probably say New York, New York. Most of the times that's not the case, because a lot of people are in my area. There's about everybody that games is in east side of the United States. So I don't stream to New York, New York, because I find that I'll drop frames and it's not my fault. It's literally the server's fault. So I recommend to everybody, if you are on the East Coast, stream to US Ashburn VA secondary. No one ever picks this. I swear to God. And people just don't get it. And if they pick this, that's how it fixes your drop frames. Now that doesn't explain all of the drop frames, but I'll get to it. So basically you have your Ashburn VA secondary. Really helps out. Okay? If you live in Central, always pick Dallas. Do not pick San Antonio, Texas. It's slow, okay? Their wires are not built up yet. In Europe, I always pick London, okay? I always tell people to pick London, no matter what. If you're from Denmark, pick London. You're from freaking, Germany, pick London, because London has the best connection in Europe at the moment. So basically, what you want to do is pick the server or location to stream to. So that way, it smooths the connection, easier for you. Okay, so that's done. Let's get to the video encoding. So video encoding is really easy. You got all these settings right here, and you might go, what the hell is this shit? I don't get this, I'm telling you right now, it's the easiest thing in the world. I'll tell you each and everything that these things do. Preset. This is for your processor. Let's say that your stream lags really bad, and it's on XSplit default. Okay? And you're saying, I'm going to make a reference to the 720p part. Let's say you stream at 720p and your stream lags extremely bad. Okay? You see drop frames all the time. Your computer just doesn't handle it. And you know, because you can like look at your, your CPU usage by looking at the bottom right here. Okay? Literally, if it's up to 99%, you probably don't want to stream at that rate. Okay? The easiest way to fix it is literally go XSplit default super fast. Put the quality down to about 5. You do not need to go up to 10 on 1080p, 720p. On 720p, sorry. It's on 720p, it does not do anything. This is only used really for 1080p and clearing pixels. Okay? Pixels, each individual dot. It gets rid of blur if you put it down. If you put it up, it's going to add more blur. So if you have only a megabyte upload, you're going to probably stream at these settings. 500 on the buffer, bitrate, and the buffer at 650. Put the quality at 0. That way you don't have as much blur. And leave it on super fast if you have a bad computer. If you have a good computer, like I do, I built my own. I have the i7 rig. I just leave it at faster, or sometimes I'll put it at XSplit default, put it at 6, because you can't go up to 10 for 720p, only 1080p, and I put my bitrate literally on 2000. That is how I get my quality. It gives it a really crisp quality because of the bitrate. It's nothing to do with my computer. My computer is only at 20% when streaming, okay? That's the whole biggie, okay? Now, if I didn't have the internet, let's say I only had 2 megabytes upload, because I know a lot of people only have 2 or only have 1. You put it at 1,350 and 1,500. This is going to give you 1/4 left of your upload and only use about 40, about 60 to 65% of your upload. That's what you want. Trust me on it. Do these settings. Resolution does not matter. You want it default because that way when you change it under the actual tab, under view resolution, it'll fix. Whew. We've been through a lot already, haven't we? Alright. For format, under audio encoding, you guys are all going to have speaks. This quality is the worst quality audio I've ever had in my entire life. To be able to use the ACCLC, you need to purchase XSplit. I then put it on stereo at the highest bit. That's 44 kilohertz. And I put my bitrate on 14400 because I have an audio card that enables it to go even higher than that. If you do not have one, leave it at 96. There's no difference except clarity. That's about it. And then what I recommend you do is then go to test bandwidth. Oh, we'll go back to my other channel. Alright, you gotta go to test bandwidth. And we're gonna set this exactly at 2000 by 2000. I had it lower one day because sometimes you don't need to use all of it. Alright, and we're going to test the bandwidth exactly on 2000 by 2000. Now it's going to do this very, very long thing. I recommend you click view details. And it's going to show you what your MS is to the server as well as the upload rate. The MS does not necessarily matter. It matters about if your computer can handle it. Okay? So notice it's at about 2000. That is fine. It really just matters about the kilobytes. Notice how it's permanently going around 2130. And it never drops lower than that. That is the type of connection you need. You need a stable internet connection that can do this, or you will not be able to stream. Now notice, at the very end, there is a green dot at the top. That means I will not have any trouble online playing Xbox Live games. So, I'm set to go. Now, just for you guys, if you're curious or something, what do I stream at all the time? Mostly, it's 720p, frame rate 29.97. This is standard. I go up to 60 frames when I stream COD. If you cannot do this, do not worry. Just set it up like this. Set it up for settings for you. If you guys need my help, message me through YouTube, and I'll be happy to help. Alright. Also, you can also go on my Twitch. That's the other part. You can go on my Twitch and my live stream. It's twitch.tv/celestial_gun. I'll put a link in the description. You guys can see me there, and I'll help you out. So basically, there's your settings. There's where you need to stream. I gave you a basic rundown of how to use XSplit, except the video part. But yeah, that is how you do it. The very last thing, for 1080p, if you have a quad core, my best recommendation on settings is literally, not joking, XSplit default 10, and then the bitrate at least at 2500 or higher. That's it. Nothing else. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.